Yeah, hello everyone. This is the continuity of my working as a consulting theme. It has been a very busy week for me with closing the books. It's an accounting procedure that all companies needs to do. And these companies that I'm working with, it is every month. This procedure means that all pieces of information needs to go into the ERP system. So all this information ends up in an income statement and a balance sheet. Maybe you wonder why it is called closing the books. But in the past, actually, people were sitting and writing by hand like this. Me as well, actually. My father was a real estate agent when I was younger, and I was helping him with bookkeeping, and I was writing, and I was helping him with accounting. But nowadays, everyone has ERP systems. Does it sound easy to close the books? Oh, yes, of course. Of course it is. But it is a tedious work to finalize everything. The difficult part is these accruals, so you get matching the cost with the income. Normally it takes 1 or 2 weeks to close the books for a company, and year-end might even take 3 weeks. And it depends a little bit on how many transactions it is. If you ran your business in cash accounting, you would be done when all transactions are in the books. However, accrual accounting recognizes income and expenses when they are incurred, not when money change hand. And that brings another layer in complexity. And an accountant that is closing the books also needs to take in account, for example, rent, tangible items and intangible items, interests and depreciation. So you actually need to adjust the books according to this kind of costs as well. Then you need to sort of test what you have done. The balance sheet should be in balance, so credit and debit should be equal. So if it is something wrong somewhere, the accountant need to address that and try to figure out what have happened. Most often it is a manual thing. Someone did something manual to correct, and it was something wrong with that correction. So this is what we had to do this week. We had to work a little bit more than 8 hours a day. That is the standard sort of in Sweden. We needed to work around 10-12 hours a day. I was there at 7 o'clock, so always early. But I must say that I really love it. Then of course we were also delayed, like I told you in a previous video. It was a subsidiary that was delayed because of Corona. So they were delayed a couple of days, and we at the head office needed to work really hard to get everything in order, because we need to finish in time. This company reports to the stock exchange, the Nasdaq. So this company actually can't be delayed with the figures. But this is how our life is at the finance department. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Enough talk about my work. I would like to have some breakfast. In the weekends I really love to go somewhere else. I don't want to cook some breakfast here. I usually go somewhere. I drink some coffee or take a macca or something at the castle. Do you want to follow me there? Yeah, come with me and I will show you. It's a beautiful road here to the castle. Look around. I like this place, especially in the summertime. It's beautiful. Now it's renovation here, but I hope you can see approximately how it looks underneath this. I'm coming here quite often to have some breakfast and spend a nice relaxing time at the weekends. It was built in the 17th century. It belonged to a nobleman, Axel Lille. He was a field marshal in Swedish wars, conquering Poland and Germany. He got some loot there in Poland and Germany that he brought back to Sweden, and you see what he could afford to do. Now this castle is a public place, and there you can see the stables where they used to keep horses in old times. When I just arrived to this cafe, it started to rain. It rained for just 5 minutes, but anyway, it's a typical Swedish summer weather. Here is my breakfast, coffee and a macca. Yeah, this breakfast cost me 107 Swedish kronas. That would be approximately $12. I was in Norway recently, in Oslo. There it was almost double the price. Good to know if you're planning a vacation here. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you will subscribe. Until next video, keep safe.